Now, this is the most recent one to be released, literally at the time of shooting, probably about 6 weeks or so after it came out. It does say, or Plantation do say January, that's when they announced it, but it didn't really come to market until sort of May time, I think it was. So, you know, quite a lengthy time between announcement and actually being up for sale in the UK. Now, Venezuela, think kind of Diplomatico. That's kind of the only real sort of knowledge I have of Venezuelan rums. But probably, you know, face value, because I do like some of those rums, face value, actually one of the ones I would probably pick out. But as I've said in previous videos, it's actually been the opposite way. The one I would have picked out are actually the ones I don't like. It's the other ones. So Venezuela, let's dive into this. This is probably one of the more expensive ones, £72 in the UK when it came out, $90, 83 euros. Again, if you've got it, wherever you are in the country that you are, put the price in the comments below so we can kind of get a rough idea of what these prices are and what this kind of range is like around the rest of the world. So I've got a fact sheet here. Let's dive into the fact sheet. 52% ABV. I do believe this is actually the strongest one out of the lot. I've forgotten already. There's no ABVs on the back, but I think that was the 51.2 was like whatever it was the strongest one. So 52, I think we've got the strongest one so far. Molasses, fermentation 2 to 3 days. Column still. So quite a lot of these been pot up to now. So column still, year of distillation 2010. It's had 8 years in 200-litre bourbon casks, and then it's had 4 years in 400-litre Ferrand cognac casks over in France. So 4 years Venezuela way it was, or West Indian rum distillery, somewhere out in the Caribbean, and then it kind of brought back to France and aged for a further 4 years. So 12 years in total. Volatile substances, in the grand scheme of things, compared to all these, not a lot, 57 grams per hectolitre. Esters, again, really low, 26 grams. So this ain't funky at all. But zero dosage. And, look at that. I stopped looking, actually, at the others. But cane sugar caramel, so E150A, none. I just assumed they had them. There was none in the Barbados either. None in, where's that one? Guyana. I hadn't looked at these, and none in the Fiji one. So it was, which one's that? It's the Jamaica and the Panama that had them. Okay, interesting. Hadn't looked at that. So this one's got no E150A in it at all. It's just rum, aged, and then bottled. So, on the nose, again, how I was expecting this to go is not how I think it would go. It doesn't smell. It's fun, is what that does, or as these two do. Where is it? Those three, the Jamaica, the Guyana, and the Barbados. But let's dive in. Let's give you an overriding view. So for me, minimal fruit element to this. I think I should be standing on tiptoes over this, shouldn't I? Minimal fruit element. It is more about that wood, roasted, barrel aging kind of vibes than the fruity side of things. I wouldn't say it's like rich and robust and in your face. It has got that element of lightness to it, but there is like that sort of caramel toffee kind of vibe. There is the wood aging. There's like a little bit of honey on there. There's plenty of vanilla as well. And I think I'm actually picking up a little bit of coffee on there. Not much, like sort of a few inches away from the nose. It's kind of reminding me of espresso, like a shot of espresso. That's the kind of vibes. Now on the palate, oh, that's a little bit of a journey. That's actually I like that. Oh, hang on, bear with me for it. That's still going. That is so intriguing. The very first sip, as soon as it hits your tongue and your palate, it is very much aged, woody, vanilla, toffee, those kind of vibes. But within seconds, as it lengthens out, as it hits the back of your palate, as it goes down, it just bursts into fruit. Pineapple, mango, definitely mango. Probably a little bit of orange, maybe even a little bit of banana on there. This rum has just really confused me because literally up front, it is barrel aging, and probably too much barrel aging for me. Like too heavy, too emphasized on the wood notes, a little bit of spice. It's too much. But very quickly, like very quickly, that instantly transforms into this cocktail, this fruity kind of rum. Not that I associate with kind of those Diplomaticos, especially the Familiar that I kind of actually do kind of like up there. This has got me, this rum. The one thing I will say about it, it does dry your, how can I explain it? Like if you've got red wine, the tannins in a red wine, it kind of dries your palate out. This is kind of the same. It does make me like want to do that quite a lot. It's drying, like I want to get more saliva. It's drying my palate out. But as that dries out, that's where that fruit comes out. Actually, I really like this. That's surprising me. I wasn't expecting it to go like that. I think the secret is mixing a bit of that rum with saliva. Let your mouth, let those taste buds come alive. That is actually rather delicious, but completely and utterly different to the fruitiness of the Barbados. I actually really, really like that. How much was that? Would I restock this? £72, $90, 83 euros. There is potential. If I had that money, if I had like disposable income where I would spend £75 on a rum, there is potential that that would become a rum to have on my back bar as a sipping alternative. I don't think I would go to it every single night, but it's definitely one that I would enjoy. And I'd potentially, ABV aside, all right, it's quite a strong 52%, if I'm being honest. I ain't mistaking that for like a lower 40% ABV, whereas I might do like the Barbados and I might do the Guyana. That's actually up there at those 50%. You can kind of taste that. But yeah, I would. So basically, I'm saying it's not kind of session rum territory, but it's almost got that profile for me for it to be a session rum. This one's intrigued me. I'm not 100% sold, but I think that would potentially be a restock as well. So now all I've got to do is like sum up the rest of this series, like sum up my overall thoughts and opinions.